Welcome to the Solaria region, the brand new region in Pokemon Solar Eclipse. I had gone to this fan game pretty blind, so I decided to choose which type to focus on as we picked our starters. So let's get right into it. Our story begins in a video chat with Professor Xenia, congratulating me on passing my exam and being officially endorsed to take on the gym challenge. After choosing my look and saying bye to my aunt and uncle, I meet up with Gilbert, my friend, and excitedly make our way towards the school. Meeting Professor Xenia, we are brought out back to catch our first Pokemon and starter, and after looking at my options, I decided to go with Blitz the Mareep. Gilbert, clearly knowing Ball, also chooses Mareep. With our new starters, we now do a demonstration battle with the top suit of Class B, Diana. In this battle, I got charmed and then promptly lose, so we're off to a good start for how this playthrough is gonna go. After one final goodbye to my aunt and uncle, we head off to Route 1 and get the first new member of the team, Catalina the Shinx. Reaching the end of Route 1, we have our very first battle with Gilbert, and he opens with Joel, and I open with Blitz. Blitz is able to etch out a victory over Joel, and he then sends out Doug. Switching to Catalina, Doug is barely able to get one over on her, so we send Blitz back out and get us the win. Entering Heliantha City, we meet Team Sol and Aaliyah, who are making a big show of showing their support for the current gym challengers, even bringing me and Gilbert on stage to give us a couple gifts. After everyone disperses, I head down to Route 2 and get a new team member, Tammy the Palmy. Entering the Yoko Forest, I run into Diana, who has just finished offering her respects to the spirits of the forest. We then learn that they were once peaceful spirits in this forest until something called the Sunbreak War occurred. Reaching the shrine, we meet the gym leader twins Hongshin and Huangshin. With our respects paid, we head towards the gym to challenge them. Before we can battle them though, we have to partake in the Jin Twin show and answer their questions correctly against other trainers. They opened with a math word problem and I knew I was cooked. I spent a little bit of time writing down all the info in the first text box, only to then read the rest of it and realize it was all pointless and just kind of a joke. After getting the real question wrong, I then battled the two trainers and we move on to the second question, which is just asking for my social security number, which they can't confirm anyway, so I get the question right, and we then get to challenge the two gym leaders with Gilbert. They both open with Esper and I open with Blitz, and Gilbert opens with Joel. I crit both of them with an Electro Web, leaving just both of their Raltses, and they go down, getting me and Gilbert the win and the Gemini badge. With the first badge obtained, we head south and run to Aaliyah, who wants to fully understand me as a trainer and challenges me to a battle. Her Pikachu falls to Swift, her Baneri defeats Tammy, so we send out Catalina to defeat her with a double kick, and her Magby also falls to Catalina. And after winning, she gives us the experience share, and her and Team Soul head off and we continue towards Bai T City. In Bai T, we run to Diana, who brings us the bad news that the Bai T City gym is currently closed. She suggests that we head towards Junkar City, and after exploring Bai T for a little bit, we head that way and catch Static, the Pachirisu. Reaching Junkar, we see the gym leader Amanda being interviewed after a pretty bad loss. After the interview, it is clear that the people of the city are not happy with the gym leader, including the fact that she's a Talgorian. It seems that Junkarians and the Talgorians have a really strained history. In fact, it seems like they just don't vibe with outsiders in general, since half the vendors won't sell to me. Gilbert feels bad and wants to get the news crew to watch my battle with Amanda to show off her real prowess as a gym leader. After finding and convincing her and the news crew, we head into the gym. The gym puzzle is pretty simple. Read the books and put the corresponding gem into the correct pedestal. With the gems placed, we head down towards Amanda. Amanda opens with Roggenrola and I open with Tammy, defeating it with an arm thrust and doing the same to her Aaron. I switch to Catalina against her Minior, defeating it with the Thunder Fang, and her final Pokemon Carkol gets paralyzed but defeats Catalina. So I send out Tammy. Using an arm thrust, we not only restore Amanda's reputation, we get the Crystal Badge, ending day 1. Rise and grind, gamers. It's day 2 of the Solar Eclipse Electric only playthrough. We begin day 2 exiting Junkar and reaching the Talgor mines. We're outside the mines to run to Gilbert, who wants a friendly match before we continue forward. He sends out Joel and I send out Blitz for a quick mirror match. Blitz defeats Joel with a signal beam and he then sends out Ash, his Growlithe. Ash takes out Blitz, so I send out Tammy, defeating Ash with a dig. Doug defeats Tammy, so we switch to Static, defeating Doug with a Spark. And finally switching to Catalina, we take out Luke with the Thunder Fang, getting us the win. After our battle, a huge tremor and roar shakes the mines, leaving us to wonder what caused it. We agree to head inside and investigate further. Inside the mines, we catch Torse, the Geodude, and reaching the deeper part of the mines, we find the source of all the chaos, a pissed off, boosted Mawile. It goes to attack me, but Gilbert blocks a blow, falling unconscious, so that leaves us to deal with this Pokemon. The best way I can describe this fight is kind of like a totem fight, or the Ultra Beast fights in Sun and Moon, how to get a boost to one of their main stats. With the Mawile calmed down, we meet another member of Team Soul, Sienna. She claims that the Mawile was acting this way because of the abundance of Solarium in these mines, but I'll have to admit, I find that a bit sus, especially when she gives us the Facade TM. Continuing forward, we enter enter Route 5 and meet/save Lisbeth from a burglar. She asked us to help her through Route 5 back to her home of Jadovik City. As we escort Lisbeth, we also get some new team members: Skip the Joltik, Sydney the Grubbin, and Cugrash the Pikachu. We make it to the other side of Route 5 with Lisbeth, getting her home, and she invites us over as thanks, which works out because we actually have a package to give to her husband, Bruno. After receiving the package, Bruno gives us Fly and tells us we have to actually head back to Baiti to access the next set of gyms, as the ferry between here and Zimbani is not currently running. Heading west, we reach Route 6 and get to finally have a rematch with Diana. She opens with her Dua against Catalina, and that goes about as well as one would expect. Up next is Steenie. I switch to Skip, taking her out with a pin missile. Her next Maw is Salandit. I swap to Torse, defeating it with a rock throw. This leaves her with just her Sylveon, which normally wouldn't be that big of a deal, but Blitz has gained the Dragon type and Catalina has gained the Dark type, so my two strongest Mons are now suddenly very weak to Sylveon. I initially led with Catalina, hoping to just do some decent damage, and then switched into Blitz. Discharge sadly didn't do enough to take Sylveon out, but Diana goes for the Calm Mind rather than Draining Kiss, so we get another Discharge in, defeating Sylveon and getting the win. Reaching Talgor City, I do a little exploring and get told I most definitely will get mugged if I take the lower tunnels. So as I come out the other side of the tunnels, not mugged, we head out and reach Malum. Malum is also experiencing these weird tremors, but before we tackle that, we have a gym leader to fight. He's not currently at the gym, he's actually at a cafe doing a fan signing, and you need a ticket to enter. Luckily for me, someone was willing to give me their ticket. Granted, they now think I'm a Calyx simp, but hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get these gym badges. I get through the line and meet Calyx and get the chance to request a gym battle. He's all down for it, but he doesn't want to give up on the fans who took the time to meet him here. And he recognizes who I am, so he offers to do a meet and greet with me, and then we have our gym battle. So we both say hi to some fans and then head towards the gym. The main gimmick of this gym is finding a way to not only navigate through his rabid fans, but also get them to leave so we can actually access the upper levels where Calyx is. Turning on a sprinkler does a trick, and we get ready for our third gym battle. We defeat Calyx's Lantern, Quagsire, and Jellicent with Blitz. His ace Pokemon is a shiny Melodic, but it's no match for Catalina, going down to a Thunderfang, getting us the Springs badge. Heading out, we meet the missing gym leader of Baiti City, Yira, who has come to investigate the intense volcano activity in Tremors. She invites me to join her, and so we head to Route 8 where I grab Sunny the Oricorio and change her to her electric form. Once inside, the scorching heat of Malum Volcano means my guys are going to get constantly burned. We make our way through to the other side of the volcano and confront Team Soul to stop their experiments, meeting another higher up in Team Soul, Laris. Yira doesn't accept this and goes to challenge him to a battle, but he sends two grunts her way and actually wants to challenge me to a battle to see if I'm all that or if I'm just talk. We take out Sneasel with a single beam from Blitz, and his Basculegion falls to Catalina's Thunderfang. Cammy defeats his Tyrant, and his final Pokemon, Electabuzz, falls to Torse's Rock Blast, stopping the Team Soul experiment, or kind of. They say that they got everything they needed, so it's hard to say we actually stopped anything. Talking to Yira after, it seems the Team Soul is trying to harvest some kind of energy from the volcano, and with a new sense of worry about what Team Soul is doing, I head back to Talgor City and see that Team Soul is having a mini press conference announcing some new tech and giving me some info on the Soul Island Rejuvenation project. While talking to Diana and Gilbert, we all kind of come to the conclusion that Team Soul is way more suspicious than we initially thought. Before we can get too deep into our conversation, Aaliyah interrupts and invites us to Soul Island once the Rejuvenation project has completed. So with Soul Island in our future, I head towards Zimbani City for gym number 4. Along the way, we catch Riva the Chinchou and reach Zimbani, but like always, the gym leader's missing and we gotta go find her. This time, it's in the Dragon Tomb for a passing of the torch ceremony. We meet Abigail, who joins us to the top to see the ceremony take place, and at the top, we meet the former and new gym leader, Benjamin and Amelia. With the ceremony complete, Amelia excitedly heads back to the gym for our first battle as the new gym leader. I have to be fully honest, I still don't fully understand her gym puzzle. I think you're basically sumo wrestling the other trainers, and based on what they say, it's like a rock, paper, scissors kind of thing, but fuck-ass Lon kept beating me, and eventually a man appeared and made them all disappear, so we're not even gonna really worry about it. Amelia sends out Lucario against Cugrash and defeats Cugrash with the extreme speed. Blitz takes out Lucario with the Dragon Breath, and Sunny takes out Heracross, Mienfoo, and Samurott, and then falls to Lopunny. Blitz takes out Lopunny, and that's where we should get badge number 4, but Amelia realizes that she actually hasn't had any badges manufactured yet, so we have to head over to Benjamin to get the life badge, ending day 2. We begin our day receiving a call from Gilbert telling me to head to Zimbani Port and meet up with him and Diana. At the port, I get told that Soul Island is ready for us to visit, and me and my friends head to this historical land. Reaching the port, we can now see how this once holy land has been turned to a research facility, leaving us with a real sense of dread for Team Soul's true ambition. Pokedex. Aaliyah greets us and invites us for a tour. She begins to show me around the facility. We see the built-in habitats that keep the Pokemon they're experimenting on, the dorms and where the grunts work, and most importantly, the underground lab, one of the main stops for the tour. As she shows me around the lab, we hear a loud bang and Aaliyah rushes forward, and I follow to find Keldeo has breached containment and is not happy, attacking us. A boosted Keldeo is obviously wicked strong, but Blitz is able to withstand its scalds, leading to its defeat. With the situation settled, Aaliyah takes us to the final stop of the tour, the big man's office. Inside we meet the CEO of Team Soul, Zenithia, and confront him about his dubious practices here. He begins to explain that long ago, the Sun Hero and Solgaleo ended the war that consumed this whole region. And years later, when Solgaleo finally perished, it released a massive amount of cosmic energy that changed this region as we know it and created the ore known as Solarium. Zenithian explains that by harnessing this power, we could push people and Pokemon to the next stage of evolution, and he wants us to join him and Team Soul in this next step. We obviously decline, seeing the pain that Ubercharge causes these Pokemon, and he's definitely not happy about that, sicking his admins on us to force us to join, meaning I have to battle Sienna. Now, I had forgotten to heal my guys before this fight, but it didn't really matter as her Metang falls to Blitz without even taking out Blitz, and I send out Skip for a Reuniqueless. Skip falls to a Psyshock, so I send out Sunny, defeating it with a Revolution Dance, and Porygon 2 is sent out next, defeating Sunny. Tammy defeats Porygon 2 in her last Pokemon F-00, which I'm pretty sure is from Pokestar Studios, so that's a pretty cool thing to add. Tammy's able to defeat it even with the boost to its defense, defeating Sienna. Free from Team Soul, we now discuss what we need to do next. We know they have all the swords of justice except for Cobalion, so our mission becomes clear. Warn Cobalion or protect it if Team Soul beats us to it. But first we need to figure out where Cobalion is, so we head to Giantsta City to learn more in their library. Before I fully leave the island, I do grab Unit the Rotom from one of the scientists and then head to Giantsta City. Gilbert meets me here requesting a battle. He opens with Marion the Palafan, who falls to Catalina, Terra the Torterra, who falls to Sunny, and Joel gets taken out by Catalina as well. Doug defeats Catalina, so we send out Blitz, taking out Doug, and Luke also falls to Blitz. This just leaves Ash, his Arcanine. I sent in Reva mainly because I thought it would be kind of funny, even with her being severely underleveled, so she obviously goes down along with Cugrash, so we send Sunny back out, getting us the win. With the battle concluded, we head to the library and learn that Cobalion may reside somewhere up north. With this new info and the fact that Team Soul will be joining the big tournament of the Solaria region, the SCT, we realize we have to hurry. So we make plans to head to the Arcadia Ruins for the Apostle Pokemon and Solgaleo's remains. We do recognize that we should continue our gym challenge to gain experience for the upcoming SCT, so we head off to challenge the Giantsa gym leader. Her gym puzzle is a stealth section. Basically, don't get caught by a Dusknoir and no one gets hurt. The gym leader, Patreon, clearly specializes in ghost types, and her whole team gets swept by Catalina thanks to Stab Night Slash and Play Rough. The only one who gave me a little bit of trouble was Galarian Corsola, and that was mainly because of Strength Sap. With the Ruin badge acquired, I enter the Dimensional Forest and accidentally find the spiky-eared Ukulele Pichu from Pokemon Ranger Guardian Signs. I then head east, reaching the Arcadia Ruins, and inside, we go to meet the Apostle Pokemon Volcarona, who could warn Cobalion. Sadly, Team Soul is beating us there, enhancing Volcarona with Solarium, and it attacks us and we fall deeper into the ruins. We fight our way back to the top, only to be confronted by a raging Volcarona once again. It beats us down pretty bad the first time, but on the second time, I don't really know as to why, but it just felt like it did less damage and it didn't hit as hard. So we're able to defeat it with Reva and Sunny. Team Soul does sadly get away with a lot more info on Solgaleo's remains, and with nothing more to do here, we head up north to Farnlore City and decide to split up, where I head west to challenge the gym leader and learn more about Cobalion and explore Mount La Palenta, while Diana and Gilbert head east to Prestia Cavern. Entering the gym, we do the Slateport gym puzzle, but it fits a bit more because this gym leader uses ice types. The gym leader, Angeline, leads with Glalie. I send out Tammy, taking it out with a close combat, and nearly defeat Glaceon, but survives on just a sliver of health, taking out Tammy. Catalina defeats Glaceon, and I switch to Unit to take out Weavile with a Thunderbolt and Beartick with an Overheat. Her final Pokemon, Frostlass, falls to Cugrash, getting us the Glacera badge and some more info on Cobalion, ending day 3. We begin day 4 heading to Mount La Palenta, but reach a roadblock of Team Soul grunts relatively quickly. From the rumors, it seems they were pretending to be frozen to ward off any coming this way. Angeline puts an end to that by scaring them off with the tail of an actual Pokemon that freezes people. They run off, and then a juiced up Caragidal that has actually been freezing people shows up attacking me. After defeating it, we begin our ascent up Mount La Palenta, getting frostbite from its cold interior, battling Team Soul as we reach the innermost room. Cobalion appears before us, but Team Soul appears at the same time, revealing that this was their plan, knowing Cobalion would most likely appear before me, giving them a chance to catch it. I obviously won't let them, battling Larius. His Tyrantrum quickly falls to a close combat, and Armarouge gets taken out by a foul play. Weavile falls to play rough, and Catalina gets a triple kill by defeating Basculegion, and as Leafeon is sent out, we send out Unit using Overheat to defeat it. Switching to Sunny, I'm able to exploit Electivire's new addition of Fighting type to defeat it with Air Slash, giving Cobalion a chance to escape. With our task here completed, Diana tells us to head to Presea Cavern, a place of illusions, as it's most likely the place Cobalion will head to next. Reaching the cavern, I have a very cryptic conversation with Not Gilbert, and head on inside, constantly getting turned around by hidden ladders, dead ends, and illusions of dark futures. Reaching even deeper into the cavern, I meet my worst enemy, myself. They have the exact same team as me, so always with Tammy versus Tammy, and my Tammy is simply better, defeating it with a close combat. It stays like that for a little bit. Catalina defeats Catalina, Blitzen defeats Blitz. We stop with the mirror matches when Unit comes out, sending Catalina back out because I keep thinking that it keeps the Ghost type and not the Electric type when it comes to Rotom. We do still defeat it with a foul play, and Kugrash defeats Sunny with a Psychic. We get one less mirror match with Kugrash defeating Kugrash, breaking through the illusion. We catch up to the real Sienna catching the real Cobalion, and while it may seem like all hope is lost, Sienna gives us a little seed of hope saying that we still have time to stop them. Why did she give us this information? Who's to say, but it does mean it's not too late. With nothing else to do here, I make my way to Diana's hometown, the beautiful Mirefield City. Diana requests a battle for me. She opens with a Samurott who falls to Sunny's Revolution Dance. Sunny also defeats Serena, and her Hydreigon falls to a play rough from Catalina. Unit Shadow Ball takes out Miss Magius, Blitz defeats Sir Salazzle, and Sylveon, fully defeating Diana. Impressed with my skills, she invites me to the family dojo, where I battle her brother and other members of the dojo, and by the end, I seem to have brought some kind of new perspective for the future of Diana. Leaving Mirefield, we enter Eisenblut City and see Team Soul getting ready to close a deal between them and the Sylvectix Corp. They run the big power plant here. We obviously can't let that deal go through, so with a little help from Diana's friend Erwin, we get inside that meeting and stop the deal. With that crisis seemingly averted, we can head to the gym where we gamble, baby, gamble! Let it ride, yeah! The basic gist is we essentially have a little bit of a roulette to see what stats effects we get in our team. Now that I have won big, I challenge Leonard, the gym leader, and he opens with an Umbreon, and I open with Sunny, defeating it with an Air Slash. Tammy defeats Honchkrow with a Discharge, and does the same thing to Grimmsnarl. Obstacle falls to Dragon Breath, and Houndoom goes down thanks to its Life Orb. His final mon is King Gambit, who does defeat Kugrash, but falls to an Overheat from Unit, getting us the Empire Badge. After the gym, I head out to meet Diana and Gilbert, and learn that Team Soul was not happy about how negotiations went, and have just stormed the power plant anyway. They seemingly have made a deal with the owner of the power plant itself, and to keep me busy, Aaliyah challenges me to a battle. Her Aurorus falls to Sunny, and her Lopunny falls to Catalina. Her Roserade and Vaporeon both also go down to Sunny. Raichu falls to Blitz, and her final Pokemon Magmortar is boosted by a Solarium, but even with that, is no match for Kugrash. With her defeat, she starts telling me a bit of a sob story to give him just enough time to finalize the deal and head on out. Leaving the power plant, we get a call from Yira telling me to meet her at the underground Talgor tunnel, where we sneak into the Team Soul headquarters, doing what we can to cut the power from the power plant. Getting the password, I keep Sienna busy with the battle as Yira fully shuts down the power. I'm not going to go into the battle fully, but I do want to point out the Mecha Tyranitar and F-00, who has definitely seen better days. With the power cut, we at the very least slow them down, and with nothing else left, we head back to Baiti City to finally challenge Yira. Entering the gym, we end up at Victory Road, and I won't lie, I thought I entered the wrong building at first, but nope. Yira's gym challenge is straight up just Victory Road. Reaching the end, we can finally battle Yira. She opens with a Dragal Gate, and I take it out very quickly with Kugrash. A Dragon Breath defeats Flygon and Haxorus, but we lose Blitz to Poison. Hisuian Goodra falls to a play rough, Appletun is defeated by an Air Slash, and it's the same story with Altaria, getting us the Draconus badge. We start our day at Gardenia Academy, entering the Solaria Coronation Tournament to become the Solar Monarch. Our first match is against Helio. He opens with Klefki and takes out Kugrash with a foul play. I send out Catalina, defeating it with my own foul play. Switching to Tammy, we defeat Stoutland and Empoleon. Sunny defeats Cincino with Revolution Dance, and Bolton falls to Tammy's Dig. Jumpluff takes out Tammy with Hurricane, so we send in Sunny to take round 1 of the tournament. For round 2, we face Aaliyah of Team Soul. She opens with Aurorus against Kugrash, and both of them faint by the end of their scuffle. So I send out Catalina against her Lopunny, but unlike last time, her Lopunny is definitely faster than Luxray, defeating it with a close combat. Tammy defeats Lopunny with its own close combat, and then Sunny defeats Roserade and Vaporeon. Her Raichu barely lives a Shadow Ball, defeating Unit, so we have Blitz finish off Raichu, leaving her with just her boosted Magmortar. The Magmortar is no match for Blitz, leading to Aaliyah's defeat. With the victory in round 2, we head to the semifinals battles against Sienna. We create a Volt Tackle against Metagross. She then sends out her Mecha Tyranitar 2, and even the new and improved version can't withstand one close combat from Tammy. Reuniclus falls to an Air Slash, Porygon Z falls to a close combat, and Catalina defeats Rotom Wash, and Tammy takes out F-00, getting us into the finals. With just one round left, we face the man we started our journey with and our best friend, Gilbert. Congrats defeats Marino with the Volt Tackle. Sunny takes out Tara with an Air Slash, and Doug falls to Tammy's close combat. Ash goes down to a foul play from Catalina, and Sunny defeats Luke, leaving just his starter, Joel. And Joel and Gilbert are so in sync that Joel gets a boost similar to that of the Solarium, but it's just the power of their bond, defeating Sunny. Sending in Tammy, we hit one final close combat, defeating Gilbert and being crowned the Solar Monarch. With my victory secured, I'm invited by Xenia to officially put myself into the Hall of Fame, but get interrupted by a call from Zenithian to the whole Solaria region. He challenges me to one final battle at Soul Tower for the title of Solar Monarch. Outside of Soul Tower on Soul Island, we see disgruntled workers mad about seemingly mass firing, and as we enter the CEO office, the three admins of Team Soul, having a change of heart, ask to help us in stopping Zenithian. And their assistance is pretty crucial to reaching the top of the Soul Tower, with Zenithian, who has drained power from the Sword of Justice to summon Solgaleo. Before Solgaleo was actually summoned, we had a battle with him, defeating him that first time, but enough time had passed in that battle to where he can summon Solgaleo, instantly catching him with a Master Ball. Facing him the second time, we can't seem to do anything to this Solgaleo, leading to our defeat, and it seems all hope is lost. But at that same moment, Diana and Gilbert reach the top, telling me not to give up, and to hold on knowing I can do this, which leads to like a Spirit Bomb, give me your energy kind of moment, with everyone we met along the way cheering us on, which seems to invigorate the spirits of the land, giving Solgaleo what it needs to actually break free. This gives me a chance to throw a Master Ball at it, but Zenithian had one backup plan. That being an artificially created Necrozma, blocking my Master Ball and then taking over Solgaleo, leading to one final battle for the fate of the Solaria region. Zenithian sends out Solgaleo first, and because of Solgaleo's wish to be defeated, we can actually hurt it. It does take out Blitz, but Tammy's able to finish it off. He then sends out Azumarill, switching to Sunny. We defeat it thanks to his Rocky Helmet. Unit defeats Crocodile with a Blizzard, Tammy takes out Golem, and Catalina defeats Hydrapple. This just leaves a boosted, surprisingly fast Iron Moth. It takes a lot of revives, but eventually we are able to defeat the Iron Moth, mainly thanks to its life form, stopping Zenithian once and for all. With his arrest, the Solaria region is saved, and I can be put into the Hall of Fame, ending the electric-only Solar Eclipse playthrough. Hey guys, thank you all so much for watching this playthrough. It took a little while to get through it all, but I'm really glad I did. I really like Solar Eclipse, and it was really fun doing electric only. Surprisingly, a type I have a lot more Pokemon that I really liked than I thought. But we got 2 new playthroughs starting up pretty soon, so hope you're excited for that. Bye-bye.